Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to December 4th, 5th.
4th, 5th.
Because today is 5th.
Correct.
Yeah. Let's start with... So what?
This is the Sunday beer.
No, it's Monday. 8.2, remember?
Monday is 8.2?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
And Sunday is 3.5.
You got your stuff backwards, parallel 49?
Well, you know, Monday, hard day, especially for today. It was actually perfect beer because it snowed a little bit here. I mean, like, you know, the snowflakes are huge, but they didn't stick on the ground, so it's now just kind of like, you can't really see the snow anymore, but it did, you know, look like it was snowing for a few hours. Got me real excited.
It was a legitimate snow.
But for Vancouver, like Metro Vancouver, to have that, it's been over 1,000 days. Can you believe it? 1,000 days!
The last time I remember it snowing is when you were going to auditions.
Yeah,
that was
3 years ago.
almost 3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
So like 1,000 days,
Those
makes
were
sense.
days, man. I was young. But yeah, so there were traffic. Apparently, just to get out of Richmond took people 1.5 hours.
I believe that.
So my friend woke up 6 a.m. to get to class at 8:30.
Yeah.
And despite waking up at 6 a.m., it took her, 4 hours and a half to get to UBC.
I heard classes at SFU and BCIT were canceled.
Yeah.
I guess SFU is up that
Well,
mountain,
I was
right?
saying UBC.
Yeah, well UBC
is not canceled.
UBC is a little easier to get to.
But it took her 4 hours and a half. Usually it takes an hour, I would say. Like, no more than an hour. So she was pissed. I think she would enjoy the 8.5% of beer. But anyways, this is Sunday's wheat beer from the Central City, aka Red Racer. The booby lady is on a bicycle.
She's wearing lederhosen, or at least a traditional Bavarian outfit of some sort.
And holding the hat because it's flying out or something. My fingers are getting cold. Open this foamy.
This is a Berliner Weiss. I don't really understand what that means except that it's a wheat beer. And the description I read online says it's a little sour as well.
This like bottle opener is a mystery, man. I know our friend got it, but
A couple times I've opened it perfectly and I'm like, this is a genius invention. But sometimes I think like,
how does this work?
maybe you
I
put it
just
on.
put it in and then just go click,
That's
click,
what I was thinking.
click.
Go like you're uncorking a wine. Just give it a little bit of that.
Didn't
Still-
really work.
I mean, it's like the seal's broken, but
I see.
it just doesn't pull the cap off all the time. Sometimes it does.
Well, I said sometimes it does not. Sometimes it does. Pour it, pour it, pour it. Yesterday you said, I don't know what that means.
Oh, it smells sour.
Was it ring? Remember, like when we were reading, it was just like description of the beer, and you were like,
Oh, rings. Oh.
But anyways, that means where the foam touches the glass.
Oh, okay.
And it's very important.
This is novel because this is a 3.5% beer, so it's definitely on the lighter side.
Yes. Yes.
This mildly sour wheat beer has notes of citrus and a big effervescence, light in alcohol and big in flavor. This is a classic German style, brewed the traditional way.
Mmm.
Smells like quite vinegary.
It smells like bread.
I was thinking the same thing actually.
It smells like bread to me.
It actually the longer you smell it, the more bready it gets.
It doesn't smell like beer. It smells like bread.
Well,
I'm gonna eat it, I guess.
cheers.
Cheers. You know, Michael L. Fox, we cheered and then he's like, what kind of cheers did? What is wrong with you, Michael L. Fox?
This guy doesn't even drink beer exclusively, drinks like clear ciders.
Yeah, like lemon tea cider, some bitch ass beer.
How do you like it?
I think I like it. It's really clean. Like,
Yeah.
I like it because it's really clean. It's not sour. It's very clean. Just really light.
Yeah. Typically, I like
but it doesn't have like a nasty end note.
I like the heavier beers. And I'm okay with sours, but I don't really like them. This is like just a little sour.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes across kind of nice, like it quenches your thirst, and I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I think I like it. I think it's quite new breeze, if you ask me. It's like, sour beer is kind of trending. I'm not really into that trend at the moment. I tried the Four Winds from here, Vancouver. They're just like rising, super famous now. And I'm not super fan of it. I don't know. It's just kind of, it's that end note that kind of gets me a little like a dry mouth. Like if you drink a lot of sour beer, it just feels like my mouth has dried out kind of feeling. And that's why I don't really like it. But this one, it does not have that. It's very light of sourness too. And it just finished with a clean note. And it's just like, oh, that was pleasant. Like that was just like very, very simple and nice. What did the people say?
I mean, the average reviews seem to be pretty good. Looks like it's around 3.7 out of 5, which is pretty good for snobs.
I think
like
so.
we are. There's like one long review that basically says, yeah, you know what? More power to you. Bibo ergo sum. Overall, this is a decent enough iteration of the style, but it's kind of weird to be encountering it today when snow has covered the whole of my neighborhood. Isn't this a summery thing to be enjoyed on a patio with some sort of syrup or flavor cover-up?
Yeah, I understand that.
It's quite summery.
Very summery. This is not a beer that I kind of like it reminds me of winter. It just feels like, it's nice, but I would like to drink it during summer. 100% agree with that.
Yeah, but I have to admit, I like it more than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely trend more towards the darker or hoppier, like heavier beers, but this is kind of nice.
Yeah.
I like it a lot more than a Belgian wheat beer, honestly. For some reason.
The breakfast beer from Phillips?
No, it's not Yellow Dog, that's another brewery, but it had a dog on the cover. Triple XXX, something like that. Not Dos Equis, but remember, it was in 2 years ago's Snow Case. There was another Belgian wheat beer that was just called Wit, I think.
Yeah.
That one we had in Victoria last year.
I was talking to you about that. I liked it.
I don't really like those. I like them okay. I don't like them that much though. I'm gonna just come out with my rating. I'll give this a 3, and I expected to not like it this much, so I think that's pretty good.
I think I'll give 3.3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Moving on. This is Beer Zerker from Parallel 49.
Yes, 8.2%. I think today people in Vancouver would really appreciate it. I think they'll be like, yeah, it sucked. I tried to go back home. It took me like 2 hours on the road. Very frustrating.
You don't have to take an arrow to the knee to enjoy this aquavit spiced brew. It will pillage your taste buds with delicious fury. It's a Skyrim joke right there on the...
They're way too behind the meme.
You're like, Dad, come on.
Yeah.
Skyrim's
How
old, Dad.
Isn't that 4 years ago?
But what's...
that meme
5 years ago.
5 years ago? That meme is...
Ingredients.
Half century old.
Half decade.
Half decade.
Malt, hops, yeast, water, and caraway. Interesting.
Half decade old. You're putting the iPad in between your legs.
It's also, like you said, 8.2%, so definitely on the stronger side. You know what? The Central City ones get opened nicer than the Parallel 49 ones.
Really?
I think it's the unusual bottle shape.
Yeah, it is. I don't really like their bottle. It just feels like a soda bottle. I don't really like that. I prefer like kind of like the Phillips where they're
Square.
kind of like out, and then where the label is, it's like in and then out, and then kind of like squarey, and then like the bottle neck. I prefer that, but it's just the bottle. It's just a container. I'm not gonna be picky about it. Oh my god, the color though. Very honey rich color.
Yeah, it's actually a little lighter than I thought it would be, honestly. It looks almost more like an amber ale in terms of color, but still.
No head at all.
Whoa, unique smell.
Ooh, smells like you farted in my glass.
What? That did not fart in your glass?
Well, obviously you did not.
That's the-
Well, I was giving you that so you look it up.
I already have it up in a tab.
Ah.
That's just the delicious caraway seeds. I don't know. I almost get like a mint toothpaste smell or like an aqua fresh or
No,
something out of this.
it's more like, let me. No, it's not mint. It's more like, you know, the kids' toothbrush. I mean, the toothpaste.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the aqua fresh, the white, green, and pink toothpaste.
Aquafresh also has adults version
Yeah.
though. Yeah, it has like, it's not really like bubblegummy, but it's more like a sweet kind of like, you know how like bubblegum flavor smell, it doesn't smell like fruit, it just smells like
Yeah.
chemical, just like organic. This is what it smells like. Yeah,
Wow.
weird, man.
Cheers.
It's weird.
Ooh, that has
Oh my god,
is
that's
a very
weird.
interesting late note on the tongue. Almost, I don't want to say painful, but
What the
like
heck is this beer?
mildly unpleasant. A little bit like paint, but not necessarily in an exclusively bad way.
I am like so confused. It just does not taste like, you know, like those typical, not typical, but very like organic made beer. It tastes like they put in a science lab and like they just put some, you know, flavoring to it. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like, you know, those cola jelly. They like melted this bunch of cola jelly and then mixed it with beer. Is what it tastes like to me.
I mean, I don't hate it, but
Really?
the first beer, the Berliner Weiss, I liked more than I thought I would. This one I like less than I thought I would.
It's strong. You can really taste the 8.2, 8.5.
I also maybe
8.2, yeah.
maybe this is my bias. I don't like when it doesn't have a. Oh, there it is. Strong ale. It's like I don't like when they just say strong beer. I wish it was like, you know, it's a double.
I don't want
Stout
to
or
take
something,
another
but-
gulp. It's super weird. It just tastes like cola jelly melted into a beer.
Yeah, this is not really super to my taste, but I don't think it's awful.
Or like, okay, easier to explain. You have nice beer, and then your friends like, you know what holiday beer is like, and then you go, what?
Yeah.
And then they put like a candy cane, and then they swirl it in your beer, and then it's like this is the holiday beer, and then
Yeah.
you drink it with like the candy cane in it. So it's
Think
like
of
the
the same
minty
It's almost
candy
like
melted into a beer.
it's almost like fruitcake or Christmas cake. There's a little bit of that in there. You know what? I need to selfishly look up what caraway is and see what else it's in, and maybe that'll help us draw a
Maybe
connection.
it's you know, those candy cane. Maybe they have them because it tastes like I just had candy cane and then drank beer and like exactly tastes like, or you just like swore in the beer with the candy cane. Don't do that. Also, it just that's what it tastes like. What did people say, Ryan, about this beer?
Honestly, the ratings are pretty good.
What?
I Love Ham was not a huge fan, but his average rating is 30% lower. That's what that RDev I think is there. His average rating is 30% lower.
But his name is I Love Him.
I guess he loves ham. Everybody else is pretty into it. Like,
How about the essay person?
pleasant, strong, malty ale with the aquavit as expected, not really making that much of an impression. Easy to drink, nice and warming. A few more of these, we could surely get capernoided. I have to be honest, I don't know what that word means, so I'm going to look it up right now. But the
Oh my
average
God.
ratings are pretty good. They're like 3.6, 3.7.
Maybe because it's strong and they just need something strong to just, you know, it's Monday.
Capernoided. Peevish, muddle-headed, or tipsy.
It's a Scottish.
It's a Scottish word.
Scottish.
So a few of these you can get tipsy. I think one of those you can get a little tipsy. And what was it?
I want to
Capernoided.
capernoided. I'm a little capernoided.
Capernoided. That probably didn't come out the way I intended.
I'm gonna use that during like PAX East. I'm a little capernoided right now.
What is caraway used in?
It looks like some kind of like
Oh jeez.
what is it? Herb. Like it's more like a herb than anything really.
Rye bread. Desserts, liquors, casseroles.
There you go.
European cuisines.
Yeah, I actually taste the licorice after you said that.
Frequently added to sauerkraut. Weirdly enough.
I definitely taste the licorice.
Also licorice, yeah.
Licorice.
Soaps, lotions, and perfumes. Does have almost.
I mean, some people have like they really like the licorice that they have not perfume. Never seen that, but I've seen soap.
Mm.
But I definitely, after you said that, instead of candy cane, they just swore it with licorice. That's what it tastes like. It's weird. It's definitely weird.
It's unusual, but at the same time, I'm like halfway done mine already, so it might be okay.
Maybe y'all really like it because it's 8.2.
Getting capernoided.
Capernoided, man.
Trying to forget my Hearthstone arena.
It's them capernoided mind.
I would still give this a 2 though. Not to be rude, but it's almost like the inverted situation from the last one. I don't hate it. Again, my 1 to 5 scale, 5, blowing my mind. 1, I don't even want to finish this. It tastes like poison. This is a 2. It's one step above
What
poison.
would you give you the bison? What was it?
The first one or the Shuttleweizen? I think the Shuttleweizen is a 5.
Yeah, good. I just want to make sure
Black Jackal's a 5.
I just want to make sure my husband and we start in the same, starting line. I think, more and more you drink it, not because you're capernoided. It kind of like the subtleness of the licorice flavor kind of goes away. It kind of underlines it than it being like a main dominant flavor. So more you drink it, it kind of goes away, but still kind of lingers in the background. So I think in a way that's what makes it more likable than a very first sip, where very first sip was quite, not like, bad, but quite alarming.
Jarring, yeah.
So I would give this, I mean, if I see it on the shelf, would I buy it? Probably not. 2.3.
That's low.
2.3 out of 5. I will drink it. I'll finish it, but I don't think I will buy it. Would you buy it if it's like on the shelf?
No, it wouldn't be one of my first choices for sure.
There will be other beers that you would rather go for, right?
Yeah, it might be the most disappointing beer in the advent calendar so far.
Yeah, but more you drink it, the liquid.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
You're starting to get a little capernoided.
No, I always keep forgetting how to say it.
Licorice.
It's the ursh.
It's weird too, because in some places you spell licorice with a Q.
What? Where's the Q in the middle?
Liquour. No, Liquourice.
Licorice.
Like the same way you spell liquor.
I see.
Like whiskey, but then with ice at the end.
Oh.
It's the Brits.
Maybe that would help you memorize licorice. More like remembering like it's a liquor. Get it? I don't know. But it's that is kind of disappearing a bit, which is more pleasant. But because it was so alarming at first, I don't want to be like, try it, it will go away a little bit. I'm just like, why don't you just have a beer that's just pleasant throughout the whole journey instead of like alarming and then just kind of like, oh, it's okay now kind of thing.
Well, It's another 4 bottle caps for the Fallout collection.
Yeah, just in case if you go World War III.
And we'll be back tomorrow with Tuesday's drink.
Yes, we'll be up to the point where we will be December 6th.
Yeah, so we're back on schedule.
Yes, we
It didn't
are.
take too long.
No, it's just like, 2 days off basically. But
And then 2 days like very on.
yeah, I don't know. How do you feel about this Pale 49 with the Red Racer compared to the Philips Snow Case?
I'm kind of a Philips homer for sure. Like I probably overrate some of their stuff because I like them as like a brewery so much. But I guess it's a little bit below. But it still has a chance to come back. I get worried if there's ever a spot in the middle where we get like Gypsy Tears, Red Racer Lager, like if they start.
What was the one that you always get from the Red Racer?
I never get Red Racer.
It's like a Red Truck or something.
Red Truck is a different company.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But
sorry.
I never get that either. But
no, it would just taste like sock. You really like it, and then I tasted it, and then it just like tasted like a sock.
From Brass Neck?
No, from the Red Racer. It's okay. We'll once figure out. One day I'll be like, oh, see, that's the beer that I was talking about.
All right.
But yeah, I'm maybe like a little biased. I don't know. Maybe because the Snow Case opened my eyes with the Shuttle Weizen, and that kind of like they don't have a Shuttle Weizen, but Shuttle Weizen did come pretty late, right? It was December 22nd, 21st, something like that. And then but that box was like legendary box because it had a Shuttle Weizen, and it had the chocolate.
Yeah, Black Jackal.
Black Jackal. It had the train wreck. It had the elephant one.
Amnesiac.
But that's the same box. Had the ginger beer.
Right.
And the hop circle. And those two are horrible.
What's nice about this so far is that there hasn't been, I think, a beer that is commonly sold. Like every one of these so far, I think is a reprint, or not a reprint, but like an individual printing or brewing, which would be nice. If they're all 24 unique, I think we got our money's worth for sure.
Yeah, I would like that.
I'd be disappointed if it was like, if one of them was Gypsy Tears.
I would be too, but it's not really more adventure. It's very like nice hiking, where Philips were just like going way up, and sometimes it's like going way down. Maybe some people really like ginger beer, but it was just not my thing. And hop circle too. But I think it's not really adventure. Like, when Snow Case, you like, oh, I wonder what it will be tomorrow. And you open it like, whoa, like this is like really, like it's crazy. What would this be, right? But for this one, it's just like, oh, okay, with beer, okay. I don't know, 8.2 strong beer. Had that before, kind of thing. I don't know, maybe we were just more snobby. Maybe Phil's just ruined us.
Well, on that note, we'll see you tomorrow for another one.
Snow Case! Yeah. We'll see what it will be tomorrow. I have no idea. Am I gonna end it?
Oh, okay, I will get it.
I can end it.
No, it's okay.
Okay. See you tomorrow!
Later!